Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl, and today I'm here to bring you a tag that I'm pretty sure was made for me. If you know anything about me, you'll know that Jurassic Park is like one of my favorite books ever, and to combine Jurassic Park, books, and a tag all together, it's perfect. So I'm not 100% sure who originally created this tag, but I will link their video down below, and I did see this on Kirsty from Melbourne on My Mind's channel, and I will link her video down below as well. So basically this tag just relates to various characters from Jurassic Park with questions, and you, like any other tag, you just find a book or character that fits it. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. So question number one is just a very simple, what is your favorite dinosaur? And my favorite dinosaur is Spinosaurus aegypticus. I don't know if I need to say the full name. The Spinosaurus. If you've seen Jurassic Park 3, it's the one that kills the T-Rex. Now, I've loved this dinosaur basically since I saw it in Jurassic Park 3, but if you don't know this about me, I actually was originally going to school to be a paleontologist, so I am like really into dinosaurs, and I researched and learned about Spinosaurus like after I'd seen it in the movie, and I just fell in love with the dinosaur. It is just so cool. So yeah, it is my all-time favorite dinosaur. That has not changed in like 5 years. So getting into like the actual bookish questions, number 2, Alan Grant, a character who would actually survive Jurassic Park. Besides the obvious Alan Grant, I went with Richard Cypher from The Wizard's First Rule, or just in general the Sword of Truth series. He is, at least in the first book, a woods guide. He is like basically spends all of his time in the forest. He knows how forest works. He knows how to survive and hunt and all that kind of stuff. And he has really good like survival instincts. So I think if anyone was to be like thrown into the middle of a jungle and told to survive, it would probably be him, especially because the forests where he lives or where his home is have a lot of things that aren't so pleasant in the woods, so he is used to dealing with that kind of stuff. Question number 3, Ellie Sadler, a character who's willing to risk their lives to save others. And because I can't shut up about this book or the series, I'm going to go with Rysand from, in general, the Court of Thorns and Roses series, but specifically A Court of Wings and Ruin. This man, my baby, he ends up sacrificing a lot. I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but he does throughout the series end up sacrificing a lot, and you really get to learn how much he cares about the people around him and what he's willing to do for the people around him. So when I saw this question, I just immediately thought of this character, and yeah, it fits. Question number 4, Ian Malcolm, a book in which you predicted the ending. So I'm going to go with Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Like a lot of other people, basically less than halfway through this book, I could tell you the ending of it. That didn't make the ending of it less special, or didn't make me like the book less, but it was a very, very predictable ending, and I know a lot of other people feel the same way. Question number 5, Dennis Nedry, a character who would put others in harm's way to save themselves. So for this one, I'm going to go with Mab Moldheel from The Last Apprentice series. Now, she does get like a sort of redemption arc, but even then, she's still a very selfish person. She is a witch that lives in the same universe as Tom Ward, who is a man who fights witches, and she is just extremely selfish and rude and has no problem harming others to kind of advance herself. She has like some sisters, and I'm pretty sure she would step on them if it meant she could get power for herself. So yeah, I feel like she would have no problem screwing over the people of Jurassic Park in order to save herself. Question number 6, Brachiosaurus, a book that took you a long time to finish. So my answer for this is The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons, or Simmons. I don't know, whichever one. This book, it didn't take me a long time because I hated it. It took me a long time because I read it in kind of when I was in the middle of a reading slump. It's only like a 600 or 700 page book. Oh, I lied, it's closer to 800 pages. But it took me like a full month to read that in comparison to A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is 700 pages, and I read it in 3 days. So a month is a fairly long time for me to read any book. So yeah, this one, like I said, I didn't hate it while I was reading it. That's not what took me a while. I was just kind of in the middle of a reading slump, and I really wasn't feeling it, so I was pushing myself through, and as a result, it took me longer than it should have. Do you see a bird, Milo? So question number 7, T-Rex, a book you found intimidating but ended up loving. So the book I chose for this was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. The reason it was intimidating is because I had heard so many people rave about this book, and it was so hyped that I thought that there was just absolutely no possible way it could live up to the hype, and as a result I was extremely intimidated going into it, but of course I ended up absolutely loving it, and I understand 100% what the hype is about. This was like one instance, at least for me, where the hype actually lived up to the book. Now, I've only read the first and second one in the series. The third one just recently came out, and I have not gotten my hands on it yet. And I really want to because, once again, intimidated, but I absolutely loved it. Question number 8, Pterodactyl, a book that flew you to another world. So the book I chose for this is just, in general, the Harry Potter series. If you see right there, I don't know if you can see it or not. I would hold up the first one, but it's like buried under the whole stack of them, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that, so I'm holding up the Deathly Hallows instead. This series, every time I read it, it just transports me right into the world, and I can just imagine being there. And that doesn't always happen for me when I read, so it's really kind of special when it does, and for it to consistently happen every single time I pick up one of these books, it's just, for lack of a better word, magical. It is the reason I can reread these books, especially the first few books, and just get like swept away and transported to the world, and I just love it so much. So the last question, question number 9, is Triceratops. Tag 3 people to do this tag. So I'm not going to follow the rules, and I'm not going to tag anyone because honestly, I don't know if anyone loves Jurassic Park the way I do, so I don't want to tag anyone who's just going to be like, I don't care about that. So if you like Jurassic Park and this tag interests you, feel free to go ahead and do it. I tag all of you instead. Just leave me a link or comment down below letting me know that you did the tag so I can go ahead and watch it or read it wherever you do it. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!